that because Derek Kramer did not run last night, he's first. And pretty much everybody at ProStock will tell you, more than probably any other category out here, first is not your favorite place to be. You want a couple of pairs of tire tracks to chase down the groove. But when you didn't get off the starting line last night, you really don't have any choice. I have a feeling that Michael Heiner and the guys have just kind of eased up on that. I don't think they're taking a home run swing at it here. It's like, let's just get this thing down the racetrack, get ourselves in the show. Joey Gross yesterday went a 671. Yesterday, the correction factor was hovering just over 106. And today, it's a little cooler out there, 105.3. So everybody out there's got a little bit more horsepower than what they had yesterday. Not a lot. Just a smidge. Maybe a smidge and a half. Wheelie bars are set. So Michael Heiner squeezes collar microphone and tells Derek, man, go get us in the show. I'll find a way to get it done tomorrow. 6.48, 208, Joey Gross. At least the blue half, Paulo Salmon to Odessa, who's not yet qualified. His dad, however, been up there in the number 6 spot. Fernando Jr. is 15th at a 6.63. If you want to be in the quick half of the field, you got to outrun Cameron Caruso at 6.58. And if you want to be the man, you got to outrun the champ, Eric Anders, 6.55.
Why is it about there? I have an AutoZone across the street from me. And O'Reilly's down the street.
Mason McGay.
Why aren't they O'Reilly?
The first second-generation junior racer to run in the pro category.
God damn it,
Richard Freeman out there with Fernando Jr. We need to get him a red hoodie. Then Richard Freeman is a Little Red Riding Hood. What do you think? Actually, Richard looks way more like the Big Bad Wolf than Little Red Riding Hood. That's 6.607 for Mason, 209.20. That's 12th. Fernando goes 6.62.0, 206.54, and Fernando Jr. is going to stay number 5. The bump spot moves to Sienna Wild Gus at 6.625, and Sienna Wild Gus is up right now in the right side. The left side is Jerry Don Tucker. Folks at Outlaw Mile High Beer, light beer, as a matter of fact, Skag Power Equipment. Out of that elite fleet. And Sienna, her second ever pro start, the 17-year-old. One with ART. Jesse. Catalytic Converters Company.
What are you looking at?
And Team Wild Gus. Wild Gus Real Estate. Out of Ontario, Canada. Sienna comes out of the junior dragster ranks pretty close to straight into ProStock. The young lady is driven, no doubt about it. Right now she's number 16.
That was a car. Jeez.
She knows that Christian Quadder's back here. She knows that Jerry Don Tucker's in the other lane that are not qualified, so if she does not step up, I think she pretty much understands her fate.
I know, so we had to go and get it. I'm not disagreeing with that whatsoever. Yeah.
Tucker, the bright red from Maryland. Out of the elite horsepower factory in Sienna Wild Gus. Menacing black ART machine for KB tight. And neither car goes by. Good solid runs down the racetrack. Sienna rolled in. You heard her bring the thing up on the chip a little bit early and then backed off. Jerry Don rolled in. And when the tree flashed, neither car was even close to happy. I don't know if we can get a look at that or not. I'm guessing if I was in one of those cars, I wouldn't want at the Lucas Oil Winternational.
I'd be a little bit happy because it's $1,000 race.
David Quadra in the black Corral Boots Mustang. Quadra boys, the three brothers, out here battling it out while Dad is taking a little hiatus. And Kenny Delco bumped into Kenny during the rain delay. Had a chance to go out and, well, stroll around a little bit. And the reason is because I could only eat so many cupcakes out of the Cooner Suite. Delco, out of New York, coffee by Artisan. Iaconio Power. He's in the number 14 spot. All of the cars that are coming up now are qualified until we get to the Too Fast, Too Tasty, which Christian Quadra is a part of. Christian is the lone car not yet qualified that could potentially bump Sienna out of the field. And we're going to have to wait a few minutes before he gets up here to take his chance. Fernando Quadra Sr. down there watching over his boys. They've done about everything you can do except win a race. We've seen Corral Boots cars #1 qualifier. We've seen Corral Boots cars in the final round.
Got her all lined up. No, I don't want to.
There's old Kenny Delco back and leave over about an inch and a half.
Sorry.
They're getting a little encouragement from our starting line team down there. ProStock car is certainly not going to like warm up or run out of fuel like a fuel car is, but we got a curfew here at the moment.
You don't want to know.
So we kind of need to keep things moving along. Looks like they're ready to go now. I'm still not completely convinced they're happy with either where Kenny's car is or which way it's pointed. But I guess we'll figure it out. I do like that David Quadra's car's got taillights on it. I mean, it's not like when Larry Morgan had headlights, but you know, still. Something. An hour. He said, looking down there on the starting need to. So Kenny Delco's in the field. And by my unofficial math, and I'm not that good with math, but I did count to 13 just a few minutes ago. Be bumped down, but not out. Troy Coughlin Jr., the yellow and black. Jegs.com, White Castle. The Ohio mail order giant, Coughlin family, no longer owns Jegs, sold the conglomerate. The new owners certainly see the value, as did the Coughlins all those years, being out here with their customers. The NHRA Mission Drag Racing Series, as well as the Liberty Series. Eric Latino. Jesse, catalytic converters, they do big time work. One of his main products are new generation emission controls that will upgrade older trucks. We all know that California has some of the most stringent emission restrictions in the country. Well, they can take an older truck and make it compliant. Better than buying a new truck, right? Eric's got the guys TPFXFix.com. G-Sport hanging out here. Getting involved with the Canadian businessman. It's kind of funny. He said, you know, I'm from Ontario, Canada. We've got a shop in Ontario, California. And if you don't think that'll mix up some of our... After we saw some great runs off the starting line, like the last 6 cars of all. Really struggled with the first couple of feet of the racetrack. Troy Coughlin didn't go anywhere. Eric Latino got off the starting line, but then the thing was shaking and rattling and pushing over towards the center. Squared Camry Caruso.
Dad likes to push all the way to the
in the left side. Fuel Jules helping out, and Brandon Foster. Raising Grandpa on the back window of his machine. He is the big boss at Aqua Prop out there in Oklahoma. Currently sits in the number 9 spot. And the one thing she knows that she is very, very grateful for, that tomorrow she will not be sitting up here with me. That's where she was in Gainesville for round number 1. And as much as I love having company from time to time, I fully understand that no race driver wants to be sitting up here with me on Sunday morning. Brandon Foster's basically chasing her dream out here. Racing ProStock in the National Hot Rod Association, KB Titan fielded machine. Foster family qualified out in Gainesville, won his first round on, well, kind of a fluky run. With Troy Coughlin Jr. in the first round. Brandon currently number 6, Camry is number 9. Great photo op for the Aqua Prop guys. The picture's going to be on the wall at Brandon Foster's office before we get to Phoenix. Camry Caruso goes number 2 by 1,000th of a second behind Erica. Brandon Foster goes 763 at 122. Both drivers were .982 at 60 feet. After the last 6 cars all struggled with the starting line, those two both ripped it. 982 early. Watch again on the Mission Instant Replay. Let somebody else make the official call, but I think that run will be disallowed. Not that it was going to make any difference because it didn't that well. If you cross the center line, your run would be disallowed. The rule now is if you touch the center line, your run will be disallowed. Again, the only thing that would matter is it would go down as a D&Q run instead of a throwaway run. Brandon's going to stay number 7. Camry number 2. Here comes Chris McGahan. Made a really nice run last night when some of the drivers were struggling. Now finds himself 8. Number 1 is Erica, 6.55. Number 10 is Troy Coughlin, 6.59. And Aaron Stanfield's in the right lane. They've got Melling engine parts on the side of the car. Johnson's horsepower garage as well. J&A. Janik Brothers. Still working with Aaron Stanfield, who's cutting back on his racing in just a bit. Not taking part in the old factory stock showdown. FlexJet Series this year. I'm going to tell you, it's going to take me at least until Charlotte, I think, to get used to seeing Aaron Stanfield in that matte black car.
No, just the carryover. So, Chris has to
performance going to step up a little bit. Aaron Stanfield didn't go anywhere. I mean, he's not there yet. He's not to 1,000 foot yet. Okay, now he's at 1,000 foot. So apparently, you either run 980 to 60 feet or you go 9.8 inches at ProStock. Stanfield will stay in the number 5 spot. McGahey, or Stanfield will actually get bumped down to number 6. McGahey will step up to number 5. And Chris McGahey just earned himself a point right now. They would race each other in round number 1. That could change. Rolling in here for Team Skag, the orange Chevrolet. 6-time world champion. The National, as he's known. I believe Motorsports. And Matt Hartford. Matt's got himself a brand new car. I know that looks almost exactly like the old car. Yeah, tracks fast today. Credit card process. Roller equipment, total seal. But it is a new Jerry Haas machine. Spoke to Matt a little bit during the rain delay. Said, how's things? He said, new car blues. You got a couple little things happening here. Matt, just because apparently it had to be different, put a red light on the bumper instead of the green light. Hartford, the number 3 on the window. That's where he finished last year, his best season in ProStock. He's also the number 3 qualifier as of right now. 655 is number 1. 659 is number 10. It's crazy. No, it's not. It's ProStock. We're going to get too fast, too tasty here in just a minute. But first, Jake Coughlin. Matt Hartford. Currently 3 and 4. Is there another 100 out there? Because 100 could put you on top. At least for now. Matt Hartford, or Jake Coughlin, and he's going to go around Matt Hartford from number 4 to number 3. And right now.
Right there. That's the hard part.
Now here's the deal. As you've heard from our Top Fuel and 20 car competitors, split that championship prize money, since we will not run the last qualifying session where we would normally pair them up for it all. And right now, Christian Quadra in that yellow Corral Boots machine does not care 50 cents about the mission money. He's not qualified. If Christian Quadra can run down there quick enough to qualify for the field, he'll be happy, whether or not he beats Dallas Glenn to the finish line. I promise you. You do not want to come off of a solid final round appearance last week and follow that up with a D&Q the next week. The bump spot is 6.625, even though it's not on the scoreboard down there because the computer's in elimination mode instead of qualifying mode. Dallas for Rad Torque Summit. DPF Parts Direct. In Dallas, he is solidly qualified in the field. Number 13 spot. He wouldn't mind moving up, but at least he knows he's going to race tomorrow. Christian doesn't know that yet. 6.536. 209.75. Dallas Glenn goes to the top for the Rad Torque folks. 6.536. That's your new number 1 qualifier. And Christian Quadra didn't get off the starting line. We've seen cars run 970 60-foot times. And we've seen a few that didn't move. Sienna will race tomorrow. She will race whoever ends up number one. Right now, that's Dallas Glenn. But wait, you never, ever award the low qualifier hat when Greg Anderson and Erica Enders haven't run yet. And Greg Anderson got the better of it. Again.
I've already had 3 fucking life.
If you're a hardcore fan of ProStock, or well, even if you're not, Erica Enders last year started the season off horribly. And I'm not telling you that she wouldn't tell you. In Gainesville, the car wouldn't start. They were at one point like 13th in the point standing. It took them until 10 races into the season to really figure out what the heck was going on. But once they figured it out, they went blistering through the countdown to the championship for JHG and People Leagues. And Belling won another championship. Put her total at 6, tying Warren Johnson, behind only Bob Glidden as far as ProStock. And for Greg Anderson, the HendrickCars.com car. They started the season out okay, kind of came to life in the middle of the year. Had a solid run for Denso spark plugs and race star wheels through the countdown. Coming up short only to Erica, which probably bothers Greg more than coming up short to anybody else in ProStock. Yeah, Richard Freeman is apparently the big bad wolf now. I just can't make a Red Riding Hood thing with the black hoodie, but I can make him the big bad wolf. Erica and Greg for a little bonus cash from Mission Foods, the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge, and oh yeah, looking for that number 1 qualifying spot if they can find it. 6.536. The number thrown down by Dallas. Wins it by 0.05 of a second. Greg Anderson at 0.16 reaction time got a little, and he ran 6:57 at 2:09.